our next caller is Laverne. Welcome, and what is your question?
Yes, about a month or so ago, I was entering a building at a local mall, and when I went to open the door, it was a glass door. The glass shattered before I could even enter the building, into the room I was going into. And I was bleeding, and they ended up calling an ambulance, and I ended up with a contusion. Well, now I'm getting medical bills. The hospital didn't ask me for insurance information, but now I'm getting a bill from the ambulance and a bill from the hospital. I have talked to a couple of lawyers, and one lawyer pretty much said that there's not much he could do for me. And the other one thought that it may be a product liability.
Okay, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that sounds like a really unfortunate situation for Laverne, and I'm sorry this happened to you. Sounds pretty traumatic to have your arm sliced and have to go by ambulance, and you have a contusion, and you're probably gonna be left with a pretty nasty scar from the glass pane. So here's my advice. I think that what you probably need to do is see if the mall owner and operator or the maintenance company of the glass doors at the mall would be willing to pay for your medical bills under what's called medical payments coverage. And everybody that has homeowners or has like a general CGL, a commercial general liability policy like big businesses have, should have a medical payments provision. And it's usually $1,000. I've seen up to $25,000. And what it does is it pays for minor to moderate type injuries and medical bills of people that aren't related to you, which that wouldn't play into here. And it stops a lot of lawsuits because if you're at a friend's house and you get hurt, you may not want to sue your friend, but you might want them to pay your medical bills if you break your arm because they had a hole in their yard or something. And so it prevents a lot of lawsuits. The other thing is I need to know why the pane fell out. I mean, was it because they pulled the door too hard, or is it because maybe the rubber seal was rotted out? You know, maybe the glass was weak. Products liability would be real hard to prove in this case because you're probably looking at hiring an expert that's going to cost you $10,000 or $20,000. I'm glad she wasn't hurt worse, but I hope that she can get some recovery maybe through MedPay.
And real quick, if you can talk about refusing to care, because it sounds like, you know, the injury, the mall, you know, took responsibility immediately by, you know, getting her checked out. Let's you know, take the ambulance rides. I mean, is that a lot, or could she refuse it, or find out who's taking care, you know, who's paying the bill for this?
If I'm a business, I don't think you ever hurt yourself in a case later by helping somebody that's hurt, being you know, compassionate to them, helping them, getting them ice, getting them back on their feet, calling an ambulance for them. All those things go a long way, and I think it's the right thing to do. Now, as far as who pays that bill, I think generally the stores should pay that bill, but they may not, and it might be a damage in your lawsuit. You know, if you get hurt on someone's premises and then they send you a bill for it, that doesn't look very good.
All right.